Welcome everyone back to the Stanley Parable. We're going to be trying some other endings this time. Start new game. I think last time we just followed the instructions all the way through that were normal. Nothing new since beginning this second time. But I'm sure we're going to find something different. We have to walk out the door. I guess we have to. What if I never leave? What if I never walked out the door? What if I said, no, I'm going to sit in my chair that I cannot sit in. There, I'm kind of standing backwards onto it. And we just never leave. We will just never... Okay, fine, we'll leave. Fine. We'll go out. Fine. Go ahead. Close.
Stanley decided to go to the staff lounge to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others.
No, I don't.
The thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
No. I am an adult. I do not need... Where's everyone? I need help.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors,
We're gonna go right.
he entered the door on his left.
Nope.
This was not the correct way to the employee lounge, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. So he turned left at the first open door and walked back in the right direction.
He turned left at the first open door.
And like that, he was back on track.
Really? 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 How interesting. Open up the mailboxes. Tell me what's in there. Alright, fine. We'll continue on down this hole. Ready? This one's gonna make a different noise. I like that one. Ugh.
As Stanley entered the lounge, he was horrified to find not a single person here. He decided he would walk up to see his boss, hoping that he would find an answer there.
I was in the way of the door. Did you see that? Now, what if...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
always
office.
What if we walk down? What will happen? What? I mean, we already did something different. We already did something slightly different. Let's go down. We're going down. F you, dude. We're going down.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, of admitting that he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, was it really worth taking that risk? All because he believed everyone had disappeared? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
No.
Everyone I know simply vanishing out of the blue, there's almost no other explanation for it.
No.
And a nagging fear began to creep up in his mind. Questions that had been there all along.
No.
He just hadn't put his finger on them yet. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Was he just walking around in circles? Where am I, he thought. And the more he found himself unable to answer these questions, the more questions continued to arise, until he came to the issue that had been slowly boiling until he could ignore it no longer. Why is there a voice in my head, dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Suddenly, every door slammed shut. No, Stanley screamed. I need to get out of here. I need to know that there's something out there. I need to know it's not just all in my head. And he screamed and clutched at his skull as the voice grew harsher and the music in the background rose higher and higher. And then, moments before collapsing to the ground, Stanley clenched his fists and screamed to anyone who might be listening, I'm not real! I'm not real! Don't believe any of it! None of it's real! And then everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She got dressed, went to work, clocked in, clocked out, and then she walked home. But her walk on this day was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Moments after seeing him, she would turn, run to the nearest police station, and call for an ambulance. But for just a few brief seconds, she merely stood there, unable to move. The tragedy was not the death of a single person. It was that she would never know this man's story, never hear in his own words what had happened to him, or what he believed had happened to him. For to know these things would be to exist inside the head of the man himself. So all she could do was observe from a distance and pity him. But Mariella had places to be and people to meet with, very important people, whose impressions of her would affect her career and indeed the rest of her life. She stood there for only a moment, looking down at the body, and then she ran.
All right, that's another ending right there. we got time for more. Okay, let's continue on down the
Stanley
right
decided to go to the staff lounge
room, I
to check
guess,
on his
or the right door.
He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the employee lounge, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. So he turned left at the first open door and walked back in the right direction.
Nope. Oh, we need to go back down to the other way, though. Let's go back down the other way, because, like, we didn't, like, go further. No, let's do it later. We'll do it later. I'll try not to forget. I might forget.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Maybe this is why everyone had left. No one wanted to be around someone as bad at listening as him. And since he was walking into the middle of nowhere, and thus ruining the entire story, Stanley decided that he would punish himself. So when he came to the elevator and the doors opened, he stepped inside and pushed the button to go up.
What if I push the button to go down? Oh, there is a button to go down. I think I pushed the button to go up. Okay. We're going to push the button to go down next time. Why am I going to punish myself? How is this punishing myself? What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Okay. Is this my boss's office? Nope. Something else. Oh! You're trying to close, aren't you? I'm not going to let you. I'm not... What is this in here? Uh-oh. Do I step into it, perhaps? I can't touch anything here. I can't open the door. Okay, you and me. Whoa, whoa, oh, oh, I'm going for a ride.
It almost perplexed Stanley that he had actually gone and stepped into this metal trap. After all, it should have been no surprise that this thing would lead him to But he thought to himself, this is simply the price to pay for ruining a perfectly good story.
Oh, get out,
So he
jump out,
resigned
jump out, jump
and
out.
willingly accepted his fate, the inevitable end toward which he had spent so long stumbling. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh, God. I quit. I'm sorry. I'll go back. Oh! What?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator as he sent his subject down the conveyor belt and into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Get out. Go. Get out. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What just happened? What? 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 Almost pushed out. Oh, my God. What? 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 Okay. Oh my god, we're alive. Oh my god, we're alive. How are we alive? What happened? What happened to the narrator? Why do I have to go down this thing? What the heck? What happened to the other narrator? I totally don't mind it, but like what happened? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, we're going this way. We're going this way. We're going down. Blah!
It's a shame, then, that for all his work, it was such a meaningless victory for the narrator. Did he really think he would accomplish anything by murdering this disposable vessel?
Disposable vessel? That doesn't really make me feel that. But exit sign. Chess? Chess? Checkmate. Who is here? What do you want with me? What's cooking? What is this? What are this? Briefcase. It's like my office again. What is this? Why do you look so alien? Probably because you're from Half-Life 2. Because that's what this was built. 10 more TVs. Okay. Okay. What's up, Teve? What's up, Teve, dog? More Teve? Whoa. Exit. I can't turn you, though. You are unturnable. What?
Every possible choice Stanley could make had been designed for him long before he ever set foot here. The narrator wanted to kill him. Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start.
Oh, whoa, whoa, oh, 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 that was a bad idea. I was just kidding. I was just kidding. I was just kidding. That was a JK. I didn't really want to get in. Oh God, I can't get out. How do I get out? Oh my God. No, 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 no. How do I get? What? No. No. What? What? Let me out. Let me out, please. How do I? No. What? Oh God. How do I get out of this? Oh. I think we're stuck. I think we're stuck. I think we have been imprisoned in the thing. Try all the keys. Well. I found that thing. Well, no buttons do anything besides escape and the little tilde sign. I guess we gotta do a new game. I guess we gotta do a new game. There's nothing. How do I get out of here? What? Narrator. Goodbye. Nothing works. Alright, we're just gonna drop out. God dang it. I guess we gotta do a new game. Can you load a game? No. How do I save my game? I don't want to save this game. This game sucks. Not this game, but this place where I am. Alright. From the top. From the top.
Stanley decided to go to the staff lounge to check on
Let's
his
go back
co-workers.
to that same place and
He never
continue on
functioned
and
well
not
by
click on that
himself
thing.
and constantly needed support and
Curiosity
guidance from
totally killed
others.
me there.
So the
Totally
thought
killed
of
me.
total solitude was terrifying to him.
Be quiet, narrator.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the employee lounge, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. So he turned left at the first open door
Nope.
and walked back in the right direction.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Maybe this is why everyone had left. No one wanted to be around someone as bad at listening as him.
Yo, I'm really
And
good at
since he
listening.
was walking into the middle
I
of
listened to
nowhere
you, and then I said,
ruining
no,
the
thank
entire
you.
Story,
I thought
Stanley
beyond
decided
you.
that he would
I thought,
finish himself.
hey, I thought for myself.
When he came
I'm
to
so
the
good at
elevator
thinking that I
and the
thought for
doors
myself.
opened, he stepped inside and pushed the button to go up.
I gotta push the button to go down at some point as well. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Do not forget. We never forget. Never forget. Never surrender. What if I push the button and walk out? Walk off? Because I think I have time to do that, to be honest with you. I think I do. Maybe we'll try it. Someday. 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 There's got to be another song with that phrase in it, because I've already sang that one before. Alright, it's go time. It's go time to be chomped by the monster jaws that don't quite kill me. Because the lady narrator is nicer. Alright, let's do this, dude. Oh yeah. Alright, so just avoid it at all costs.
It
You want to go a
almost
little bit
perplexed
faster.
Stanley
God,
that he
so
had
terrifying.
actually gone and stepped into this metal trap. After all, it should have been no surprise that this thing would lead him to his death. But he thought to himself, this is simply the price to pay for ruining a perfectly good story. So he resigned and willingly accepted his fate, the inevitable end toward which he had spent so long stumbling. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator as he sent his subject down the conveyor belt and into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Yes. Oh my goodness. We're alive. Get out of there quickly. Quickly. Oh yeah, now we're back.
It's a shame then that for all his work, it was such a meaningless victory for the narrator. Did he really think he would accomplish anything by murdering this disposable vessel?
I don't know, honestly. I guess we're going to speak in a British accent now. Alright, stay away from it.
Every possible choice Stanley could make had been designed for him long before he ever set foot here. The narrator wanted to kill him. Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start.
Oh, it's another thing. Please don't. Please don't. Oh, goodness. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. What? I'm going to die. I'm on like the second story. I'm going to die if I...
There's no salvation for either of these two, I'm afraid. The narrator had as little power over Stanley as Stanley did over the paths that he walked.
The narrator had little
But listen
power.
to me. This story is not over. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now, and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Your only true choice is to not play at all. Game over. Push escape. You have to press quit, she says. But if you quit, it quits out of the game entirely, not just the thing. Okay, let's press
Stanley
down.
decided to go to the staff lounge.
Let's press down
to
on the
check his
elevator
co-workers.
and see if we can escape the
He
elevator.
never
when it goes
functioned
up.
well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others.
Is there anything else we can
So
do after
thought
the
of total
after you go up?
solitude was
There's
terrifying.
nothing else really you can do, right?
Then
Besides not
Stanley
sit in
came
the
to a
chair.
set of two open doors. This was not the correct way to the employee lounge, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. So he turned left at the first open door and walked back in the right direction. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Maybe this is why everyone had left. No one wanted to be around someone as bad at listening as him. And since he was walking into the middle of nowhere and thus ruining the entire story, Stanley decided that he would punish himself. So when he came to the elevator,
Punish
the doors
by
opened,
killing himself.
He stepped inside and pushed the button to go up.
Or going down instead, you hear me? Alright, let's see if we can escape too. I don't think it'll happen, but...
Oh,
I guess not.
Stanley. You know, you really aren't going anywhere, and I don't say that deceitfully. I truthfully mean that there isn't a story down here. The story was back up where I told you to go in the first place. Right now, you're just running around looking at empty halls. And frankly, that's perhaps even more infuriating for me. So why don't you throw me a bone, give me a chance, and just let me tell the story I want to tell,
No. No! You just want to kill me. You don't like me at all. You just want to kill me. We're not friends. I don't even know who you are.
Now listen carefully. This is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yeah, we'll follow your instructions the first time. There's nothing there.
Good, good. Now, if you don't mind, there's something I'd like to show you. But to do that, I think it would be best for us to start from the beginning. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. His job pushing buttons demanded little of him, so there was not much of himself to give, and in this way Stanley's job felt less and less like his every day. But if buttons need pushing one day, it means they'll need pushing the next and then the next.
I'm pushing the
So
buttons.
without question or judgment, Stanley continued to do what the screen told him. One keystroke flowed into another keystroke,
BYP.
flowed into his ride home, flowed into dinner, flowed into waking up, flowed into going to work, and here he was again. Stanley was typing out a complete sentence that said absolutely nothing at all. If in reality no one ever actually disappeared from the office, and Stanley never got the opportunity to make a decision, to choose which path he wanted to take, would his life still have any meaning? Perhaps when we long for something deeply enough, these hopes and fantasies become so strong in our minds that we truly believe that we're there, controlling that person and living that adventure. To manipulate your own thoughts and emotions might mean freedom from a self-imposed prison, but these delusions can be fatal to those who can't tell the difference. And so, Stanley asked, if that door never opened, if I'll never be able to walk away from those people and from these buttons, is this life still worth experiencing? Am I actually happy? Stanley answered this question by pushing a button. Then he pushed a button, and then he pushed a button. Then he pushed a button. Then he pushed a button.
What? Okay, we're gonna have to cut this episode now. What? What? Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, we still gotta go through the blue door. Okay, I'll look up if there's any other side endings besides those. Oh man, that's crazy. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Give me a like if you liked it, and I'll see you next episode. Okay, bye.